And we're getting things going here. And let me just check the live stream. So we're picking up on YouTube, Periscope. We are also connecting on Instagram. I got the phones here connecting on Instagram. What's up? So we're getting our connections set up here. Facebook, 3 different Facebook groups, LinkedIn and Twitch. So it's streaming to multiple platforms right now. And so it's that behind the scenes view. And for those of you that are now signing in, let me know how the audio is going. So I'm just going to type that in here. Let me know how the audio is. And then I'm going to say, ask your questions. And this has been pretty cool too. So for the people that do catch us live, they're able to throw in some questions that we can get during the podcast interview. And it's just really awesome. So can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear really good.
Awesome.
Can you hear me good as well?
Yeah, really good. So I'm going to say, ask your questions. And I want to make sure I pronounce your name correctly. Mordechai Arba?
That's it.
Okay, awesome. Hey, I like that 2 Comic Club plaque in the back there, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, we have one there and we have one behind the computer.
Awesome, man. Okay, yeah, we got people signing in on Instagram as well. All right, so this is behind the scenes, and we are not recording just yet. So let me just get things set up. Let's see how people are getting connected. Yeah, people are connecting on YouTube and Instagram and the other platforms. So this is awesome. Oh, actually, I just realized. Let me share my. Okay, I just shared the screen. Now we could see each other. I had the what do you call it? The thumbnail that was on the live stream going on. So right now we're connected, and let me get things set up here. So what I typically do is like a live intro ad that I read through, and then from there we'll just let the conversation lead us. So we're not recording just yet. I typically record on Zoom, and for those that are like interested in podcasting and stuff like that, I use Zoom for a couple of reasons. One, we could do this type of live connection through here, but then 2 is that it creates separate audio channels. So like if my audio is too low or too loud or something like that, we can make the adjustments when it goes through the editing. And when we do the editing, a lot of the stuff like the ums and ahs, or if we happen to lose connection or anything like that, we can have the editing. That's what goes out in the audio podcast for people that are listening. So Zoom, we'll kick off the Zoom recording, and then I'll get in the zone here. We'll get things rolling for sure.
Let's get started.
Okay, so I'm starting the recording right now. Okay, recording has started. And let me get in the zone here, pump myself up in the intro, and we'll get things going. Hey everybody, Brian McCumber here with Tech Money Talks. I am really excited today because we have a very special guest on the podcast. We are fortunate to have Mordechai Arba as a featured guest on the show. And if you don't know who he is, then you're missing out big time, because Mordechai is the founder of EcomHunt, which is an online platform that you can use to find the latest winning products that are proven to sell. Mordechai is also a professional dropshipper and continues to raise the bar. He's been keeping it real. This brother's been keeping it real the whole time. If you're interested in starting an online business to make extra money, you better save this episode in your back pocket and listen to it over and over again, because the stories and the tips you're going to learn here will give you the opportunity to quickly launch your own business to help your wallet grow fat. Mordechai is one of the few that has a really good blog on the topic of dropshipping. His platform and tutorials has helped out thousands of people in the e-commerce dropshipping. I tell you, time is money, and everyone's looking to get a piece of his time. And I'm so happy to have him on the show today. Mordechai, thanks for joining us. How's it going?
It's going really good. That was an amazing intro, actually. You made me smile for a second.
Awesome really stuff, man. Well, intro. Hey, you deserve it. You deserve it for sure. You've been making a big impact in the space of e-commerce drop shipping. And I'm really glad to have you on the podcast today. And actually, before we get things started, I've been doing this now because of, we're going through historic times. The date of this interview, so for those that are listening to the audio podcast, the date is June 6th. We're going through historic times right now. In the United States, the country's looking to open up for business, even though there's no real cure for this pandemic that's going on. And then also in the United States, we've been dealing with, about 2 weeks of, protests, dealing with, stuff related to civil rights and things like that in the United States. So that's what's currently going on at the moment, as we're still doing online business and things like that. But I would say, as we dive into everything, maybe for the audience, so that you can introduce yourself, you can share your journey into e-commerce and drop shipping.
Yeah, so that's actually an interesting story, because I never really saw any ads on the internet about e-commerce, or I not like many people. I heard about e-commerce for the first time from a friend, and it was about solo ads. If someone knows what it is, basically solo ads is when you pay someone with a big email list a few dollars to share a message to his list. So it would be basically sending your offer to his list. And this is what I actually started doing, and I lost so much money there. I can vouch for myself and tell that I never had any success with solo ads. So it was a big failure. And then the person that I was following into solo ads started to sell Teespring t-shirts online. It was designing t-shirts and doing print on demand. And I recall that when I saw it, I was like, man, this is perfect for me, because I have the background. I was a developer, a web developer. And way before doing any development, I was a web designer. So
Okay.
when I saw that you can design something, put it on a t-shirt, and this company called Teespring will take care of the printing, shipping, handling, and collect the money and do everything for you, it sounded like a good deal for me. So I started doing that, and this is basically the first time that I was introduced to what you call now e-commerce.
Mm-hmm. Wow, man, that's awesome. And it's cool to know that that you were a web designer as well. And so what year was that when you were starting out at that time?
Wow, this 2012 or 13, I think 2013. I think this was the year when I started.
Oh,
Even
wow. Wow.
2014 actually. I think 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and that says a lot. So I mean, that's after that last recession, and to dive in and to figure, the stuff out related to online and e-commerce business. And then how did that journey lead into drop shipping? How did you stumble upon drop shipping?
Yeah. So drop shipping happened way after. So I have to close this. Getting messages on Facebook. Sorry. Yeah,
This is
I'm back.
live, folks. This
So
is live.
yeah, it's the first time doing any live. Actually, I don't like doing lives,
Yeah,
but
and I'd say for the audience, because I don't think English